Hello and welcome to this section of the demo. In this section, I will take you through the activity bundle. What do we mean by the activity bundle? These are the set of activities every Unlockster takes part in for their own personal development. Again, they are personalized activities based on the results of their cognitive assessment. These activities these activities are in three parts. So if you look at the left side of the dashboard, you will see activity bundle that I'm hovering around right now. When you click activity bundle, you have a drop down menu that shows the three basic set of activities that every Unlockster takes part in. The first one is the super skill workbooks, the next personal activities, and the last talent activities. I'll go straight to the super skill workbooks. If you click super skill workbooks, a set of activities shows up numbering 1 to 12. These activities are downloadable once in a month. They are they have been packed into months. So for now, because we are just signing up, you would only have access to month 1. That's why you have month 1, the date of taking the assessment. The first activity becomes downloadable from the date of completing the assessment. So from that day, you have 50 worksheets for that month. Every month begins from the day of assessment to the same date in the next month. So in this button, you have download now. The button I'm hovering around now, you realize that all the other buttons under download now are not available. They are not available because they will be available in the next month. So for super skill workbooks, you have a 12-month activity plan that has been customized for the particular child who took this test. Now, there are 50 worksheets in each of the activities. You have instructions at each point, and I'll go through. I just clicked instructions, and here are the instructions. Download the available workbook. Each workbook contains worksheets. Save and print the workbook to be completed by your child. It will help increase your child's speed, efficiency, and cognitive abilities. These are the focus of the super skill workbooks. Try to finish each worksheet within 3 minutes. Your child's target should be 1 minute per worksheet in the days to come. So, of course, when you print out the worksheets and the child takes it for the first time, try to note the time taken. It definitely shouldn't be more than 10 minutes. But as time goes on, as the child continues taking one sheet of the workbook, you see that the time taken starts dropping because they start getting used to the activities and they start getting better with, you know, taking those activities. So here you have it, the super skill workbooks, downloadable every month. All other months will be available at the appropriate times. So now moving on to personal activities. It is the next in the activity bundle. While the super skill workbooks are daily activities that you can just pick one of the worksheets in a day or a few more in a day, and if your schedule does not take during daily activities, you can decide to do a number of activities at the weekend, but it is actually supposed to be something done daily. Then personal activities. If you click the personal activities pane now, you would have 4 set of activities that have been curated for the child based on the 4 strongest natural abilities that the results of the cognitive assessment showed us. The first activity will be focused on the strongest activity for the child, and there will be 3 other activities focused on the 3 next strongest abilities. So now I will click activity 1. If you click activity 1, if you have watched the other parts of this series of demos where we explained taking the assessment test, you realize that for this particular child whose results we are getting activities for, we identified that the child is a logical learner. So you see that a lot of the activities are based on the logical ability, the logical strength of the child. Again, I had said in that video that we focus on strength so that we can help develop the strength rather than worrying about weaknesses. The point is that every child has a lot of abilities, different abilities. So we only want to pick the strongest and work very much on them so that they can develop into skills that can become career for the child. So for personal activities, there are activities that should be done weekly, every weekend, that parents can partake in. So you can actually pick any of these activities. You can decide to do, you see, you have a host of them from 1 to 52 for this particular child. The activities assigned to um, children vary depending on what we are trying to achieve with each child. But then you can actually pick any of these activities to start with each weekend in a month, because at the end of the month you would have, by the next month you'll have first set of activities that can be done in that month. So let's say we are picking the first activity. You have one weekend activity and the type of activity is logical. Now we want to view the activity, so I click view now. um okay, you remember that we said this learner is a logical learner. So this activity is focused on, this weekend activity is actually focused on their visual ability, the ability to follow visuals logically. So for every activity, you have a video to watch and you have the worksheet to attempt the question. Now the videos here, if you click mistakes in logos, which is the video we need the child to watch, it will take us to
Managing your projects should feel more like this. That's why you need ClickUp. With ClickUp, when you want to assign a task, you task it.
Ten mistakes and secrets you never knew about famous logos. We use their products, have their slogans memorized by heart, and know them by their names and logos. You'd think that the most successful companies in the world invest good money for their logos to be picture perfect. Yet, even Google isn't immune to messing up a logo design. Let's see what mistakes and secrets these 10 super famous company logos are hiding. Before we bust out our magnifying glass, take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications to keep up with our updates. 10. The White House. The White House's logo is as easy as it could possibly be. An image of the White House itself. We all know what it looks like, and you'd think there'd be no possible difficulties recreating it in an image. However, there were at least 3 different attempts to create a logo, all of which resulted in mistakes. Now, the first draft had a barely noticeable error.
Okay, that's a clip from the videos the child needs to watch before attempting this exercise. Don't forget, this one is focusing on how they can follow visual logically. So they want to understand how to detect mistakes in logos. Let's see what the worksheet looks like. So I click worksheet, and then you find an exercise that is particularly curated to answer questions regarding the videos that has just been watched. So for every activity, the child needs to watch a video first and then attempt the activities. This weekend activity can be done together with parents so that they too can understand and can guide the child better on trying to understand and build this skill we are looking at. So that's how it is. I'll be back to activities. What we did was to click the first activity in the personal activities bundle. So going back to, yeah, we were here and we saw 52 set of activities that a child can do every weekend. So if I click activity 2, you will have not very many activities because the strongest point was logical, and then we had a lot of activities for the logical ability. Now for visual, there is an activity if you choose to do in the weekend that you can do. Activity 3 is a linguistic activity because linguistic was found to be one of the four strongest point for this particular child. Activity 4, musical, because musical was found to be one of the strongest point for the child. So what we are saying is you can decide to take musical activity this weekend, take the visual another weekend, take linguistic another weekend. But because the strongest ability for the child is logical, which is in activity 1, you have a lot of them. So in a weekend, you can decide to pick more than one logical activity. In another weekend, you can decide to pick one logical activity and one linguistic activity. Of course, you have only one in linguistic. Another weekend, you can decide to pick one logical activity and one visual activity. You have a host of activities that you can pick that specifically works on the natural abilities of this child to get it from where it is to where we want it to be. So that is for personal activities. Don't forget again in the activity bundle for every Unlockster Club member, there are super skill workbooks, personal activities, and talent activities. I have spoken about super skill workbooks, personal activities. Now to talent activities. In this on this button I'm hovering around, if you click the button talent activities, it brings you to another set of activities that are really focused on developing the talent of this child. Don't forget, we're helping to discover and develop. So we're going to be focusing on what we have discovered about them and help them get better at it. So for talent activities, which you can decide to do once in a month, you can pick any of these activities numbering 1 to 30 for this child. Don't forget, these activities will be renewed every month so that you can pick anyone you choose to do to build the talent of the child around the abilities we are focusing on for this particular child. So this is our fun project. All of these activities are very, very interesting to do. You can do them once in a month and send them to us for us to publish on our platforms so that the child can get very, very encouraged to do more. By publishing these fun activities too, other children who perhaps aren't doing very well can get motivated and decide to start doing something. So I'm just going to try the first activity here, difference between biodegradable and non-degradable waste. Now the interesting thing is for partaking in this fun project with your child and for doing the assessments generally with them, you get reward points. So that's for parents to measure how much they are doing with their child. So we encourage you with reward points. You will see that in your dashboard. In another video, when we'll be taking you through the dashboard, we will show this um, more explicitly. Now, for this particular fun project, it is a write-up. It can either be a write-up or a video. You must know the format for this project, and you have to do it in the format requested. There are instructions. Now I'm going to I clicked view instructions so that we can read. There are 30 unique topics for parent-child activities. Read the topics carefully, create the activities in the desired format mentioned for each activity. Relevant activities shall be uploaded in the format mentioned. Topics will change on first day of each month. Don't forget the first day of each month is the day, begins from the day the assessment was taken. Upload and collect parenting points. Okay, so when this activity is done in the format requested as a write-up or video, you come here on this dashboard, log on back to the dashboard and upload the activity by clicking choose file. Choose file, you can choose from whatever location you have saved the file and boom, you submit. Then if you want us to use this activity, if you want us to publish it on our platforms, You will be able to respond to the interactive activity experts who will be emailing you to request for this. You can send the fun project to us, and then we will be able to put it into the form we can use, and we can then use it. So that has been the activity bundle. Don't forget, when you come to the left side of the dashboard, you have activity bundle. If you click it, you have a drop down menu of super skill workbooks, of personal activities, and of talent activities. Super skill workbooks are supposed to be done daily, except if your schedule is too tight, so tight that you have to do a lump sum in the weekend. Personal activities are to be done weekly, while talent activities are fun activities that parents can involve in that should be done monthly. You can decide to do a number of activities as you desire and upload, and they will be accepted. So that has been the activity bundle that every unlockster takes part in all year round to ensure that we help them discover and improve their potential. I think this is very awesome, and I love for you to be a part of this. Thank you for watching.